I'm sure you're tired of staring into the endless abyss of an LCD monitor thinking, what is there left to do? Sure, there might be a decent game on the Epic Store for free, but 90% of the time all the options are pretty lackluster. I know the answer. You can capitalize on the Steam Summer Sale. But wait, I don't want to play any of these games. The PC Game Pass seems to have a variety of titles that pique my interest, and all for a reasonable price. But is it worth it? The PC Game Pass is $1 for the first month and $10 a month for the following months. If anything, I would at least give it a shot for the first month and enjoy 30 days of gaming for $1. This membership currently includes 453 titles to play, which is inclusive of the EA Play complimentary membership, which gets you a couple outdated sports titles amongst some other games you may find interesting. If you're the type of person that buys over 2 games a year, it seems like this membership pays for itself, but is that really the case? The first thing to remember is you don't own any of these games, so if that's something you want, then maybe this isn't for you. Besides online FPS games or MMORPGs, I never found myself replaying much, but that's just me, maybe you're different. The reason this is important is because at some point, games do leave the Game Pass which you would no longer have access to. One thing to consider is you get a decent discount to buy the game before it leaves. These discounts look to hover around 20% off. I also believe you need to purchase the game before the game leaves to get the discount. The first title I tried was Tunic, which is $29.99 on Steam, and wow, this game is great in my opinion. At first, I had no clue what the hell was going on, but you start gathering information and the game seems to make more sense. The puzzles are cryptic enough to feel super rewarding, and I personally love the soundtrack and overall aesthetic. I wasn't a huge fan of the combat system, but I think this game lives up to the hype. The next game I tried was It Takes Two. This was one of those games I would have never bought, but the fact that I had access to it made me give it a shot, and I'm glad I did. This took about 12 hours to complete and seemed to be such a well-made game. The co-op mechanics were interesting and stayed fresh amongst each chapter, and the world was quite interesting as well. The only downfall about this game is you need a friend to play with, and I personally don't have many friends. I also tried FIFA 22, which at this point is obsolete, but I had some fond memories of the FIFA titles back in the day, so it's nice to revisit those. Other titles that are worth mentioning which I will be trying or have played already is Sea of Thieves, Forza Horizon 5, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and Inside. I think that's enough to keep me busy for the next few months and still be under the cost of one indie game title. The PC Game Pass is relatively easy to set up. You just sign up for the subscription, open up the Xbox app, and click install. I did have some trouble linking up the EA account so I could get access to those titles, but after some messing around, all was well. I think if you started fresh with a new EA account, it would have been easier, but mine was linked to an old Xbox Live account from about 10 years ago, which caused some issues in getting them tied together. They curate some titles for you to try and highlight different genres, but I personally like to browse by genre and look for some hidden gems. Oh look, Super Liminal, another fantastic game. There's so many titles here, but I doubt I'd touch at least half of them. I'm sure there's some decent options in here that I'm missing out on, but there's a lot of weird ones as well. Sometimes you just get that feeling like browsing Netflix, just searching for the right piece of content, but that time never comes, endlessly browsing off into oblivion. Right now, there's enough options of games I already know I want to play, so I know what to look for. Usually, I'm not a fan of subscription models. I just find it stupid to sign up to buy something every month unless I really want to. But with the current state of gaming, things are a bit stale. I've been tired of dropping anywhere from $20 to $60 on a game and being left disappointed. But now, with the PC Game Pass, I'm able to mess around with a bunch of titles with no commitment. It's like a PC gaming sandbox. Lately, there's been this hesitation to click buy because I'm just not interested enough to buy something. But now I can try anything out and don't have to worry. I enjoy having plenty of options. Microsoft's got me on the hook for $1, but who knows, I may keep at it for the next few months at the bare minimum. If you guys like this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot.